Hi everyone. This video is all about setting up Finder to work for you. So when you log into your computer, the base application that you should see is Finder, and that would be in the upper left hand corner. You would see that this says Finder. If you click on your desktop at any time, so I started out on QuickTime because that's how I'm making this movie, but if you click on your desktop at any time, it should go back to Finder. In order to get a Finder window open, you can go under File and choose New Finder Window. You can also click on the two-faced icon in the dock to get a Finder window open. When you start out with your computer, your Finder window is going to be pretty plain and not have a lot of visual information. So we're going to change a few things in order to get the most out of it. And what I'm going to ask during this video is that you watch me demonstrate how to change things, then pause the video, go ahead and do that, and then come back to the video and continue on. I will give you pause points if you want to do your own custom ones. That's cool too. But first one, we're going to go to the Finder icon up here or the menu structure and choose Preferences. I'm going to navigate you through these four tabs and then I'll have you pause and do the same thing. So the first one, General, there's not a ton of stuff here, but hard disks are your computer's hard drive. You'll notice in the upper left-hand corner here, when I click on hard disks, the Macintosh hard drive symbol opens back up. I would leave all of these checked or check them if they are not. External disks would be external hard drives or SD cards that you've plugged in. They will show up on the sidebar here, which is really nice, like for an SD card, to be able to transfer files to an SD card, drag and drop. And then CDs and DVDs, same thing here. They would show up on the left-hand side if you have an external DVD player. Second tab, tags. I'm kind of new to tags. I don't use them. They're essentially color coordination for your computer. How they work, if I wanted to tag everything for the retiree video project in red, I would checkbox my red tag, and if I go over here, this is a video for it, I would drag and drop this onto the red icon and it's going to give it a red tag. And now everything I search in red should show up with that red tag. Kind of cool. In my opinion, I normally search by file name, so if I type in retiree, which this would be, it should populate as well. But if you're big on color coordination and you think this is something for you, it's something that Apple offers. The third preference is sidebar, and most of these are unchecked right now, and I would encourage you to check pretty much all of them. For sure, desktop, documents, downloads, movies, music, pictures, and the operating system's kind of redundant because all of these are inside it. So those for sure. And then down on the bottom, I would leave the shared off. And devices, I like to have my hard drive visible on the left-hand side. So this is kind of what I prefer to have set up. Now, if you want something more than this, let's say there's a particular folder that you want over here, like Art and Motion Didactics, you can actually drag and drop this in and just add it into the left-hand side. And you have a shortcut now on your sidebar to a particular folder that you might use frequently. The last one of the four is Advanced. And not a lot here other than I would make sure that Show Warning Before Emptying the Trash is checked. And we'll go over how to delete stuff off your computer later. But it's just good to have that final confirmation that, hey, you're going to delete this. Are you okay with this? All right, if you haven't paused at this point and gone through these four tabs and changed settings, I would encourage you to do so. If you're back, here we go with the rest of Finder Preferences. So I'm going to close out the Finder Preferences window, and for the rest of this, we're actually going to do it out of Finder. We're going to choose View, and I want you to show all of the following. Show the tab bar, show the path bar, and show the status bar. And the last one is show preview. Now, all of these are cool in their own right, but I really think the status bar is the most important. If I were to look in this folder, this shortcut that I created at these Art and Motion Didactics, if I wanted to email one to somebody, I would want to select that and verify that through this I know how big it is. It's kilobytes in size. We're going to talk about file size next. So it's small and I know it can be emailed. I also know the dimensions of this, the actual pixels or icon dimensions, which is good information to have. The status bar will tell me how much space I have available on my computer. So if I choose my Macintosh hard drive here, I know that I have 31 gigabytes available. And that number might not mean a lot to you right now, but we're going to go over a basic introduction to that in a little bit. Essentially, this is telling me that my computer is 3/4 full. So I've got a quarter of its hard drive space left for files to store before I'm going to run out of room. And I think there was a couple other things under view, view options. Oh yeah, text size. So you can change a couple things here. Text size would be like, I want all of my fonts to be size 16 so I can read them more easily. You could change that. Grid spacing is simply how far things are spaced out inside here. And we could change that preference in just about everything. We can change on the desktop as well, but this would be specifically for Finder. I can also change the icon size of these folders. So this is really getting into kind of the nuances, but it is nice to be able to change some of these things. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Red background color. It might get annoying after a while, but I think I'll leave it for now. And to be able to know that we can change these and manipulate Finder to work for us. If you haven't done so, this is the end of the video, so please go through and make the rest of these adjustments to your Finder so that you can see status bar and icons on the left, as well as your path and what else did we add? Oh, preview, I think we had, yes.